Welcome everybody to another episode of the Talking with Heroes talk show program. I am Bob Calvert, founder and host. It's talkingwithheroes.com. Thank you for your service.us. And this is the last in a series of programs that we have been filming here in Olathe, Kansas. And last episode we talked with Eric Chia, who you heard earlier that he's been helping us with this project from day one. Known Eric for a long time. But he also talked about some of the companies that he was partners with. And we're at one of those company locations now. So, Eric, would you like to tell a little bit about this and introduce Jim?
Sure, yeah. So now, as what I said in the last video, that now I have different companies I work with, and one of them is the Greenwise Energy. We call it greenwisekc.com. And my partner here actually running the whole company, Jim Bonabhan. He's the one who runs the whole company. He has a lot of experience in the industry, a lot of experience in construction, run very successful business before. So I'm very, very fortunate to be partner with him. And so I do very little work, and he do most of the major work. So he know most of the things that he gonna talk about, and I'm gonna just listen, see what. To talk to you about what he's doing here.
Great. Would you like to introduce yourself to people and just tell a little bit about your background?
Sure. My name is Jim Bonabhan. As Eric said, we partnered up doing Greenwise Energy. The main focus of the company is lowering people's kilowatt usage in homes and businesses before we produce it. So we have three divisions. We have the energy department, we have the solar department, and we've been primarily doing roofing for many, many years. So we also do roofs, which ties together, because if you're putting solar on a house, it usually goes on the roof. There are some mounts that go on the ground, but primarily are going to be on the roof. So us specializing in roofs just makes more sense to do it. We also specialize in insurance work, and a lot of these areas where these solar units or panels are on there, there's hailstorms and different kinds of storms. And we specialize in making sure the insurance pays for all the proceeds for a complete replacement, whether the roof is only damaged and or the panels. So basically we started this in the concept of actually helping our great nation lowering fossil fuel usage and trying to be into renewable energy. We are one of the countries that's the least in that, and that's why there's so many government incentives now for all over the United States for us to take advantage of it. In fact, in the rural areas, if you're in a community of 50,000 or less, the government offers an additional 25% off tax credit for anybody that qualifies for that. So it makes a lot of sense to go renewable energy. The main focus is what the United States is trying to do, is they figured if they could help each individual do their part, along with the power plants. So there's a two-part phase here. So we're actually right now just working with the homeowners and the businesses. We're currently just in the Kansas City area, and we are talking about expanding into many markets from Colorado to Florida, the Phoenix area, Indianapolis area. But every one of those would be a hub. Our primary thing that we try to focus on is the smaller communities and not in the larger communities. Unfortunately, we have run into some problems with some of the higher end homes where the homeowners association try to block a lot of it. So we do regulate some of the things that we do based on that. The government is in the process of mandating that can be overridden in each state. Right now, Missouri got passed and Kansas still has not. So it really depends on your area. We do help you with that process, so if you've ever contacted us, we do A to Z to make sure you qualify. We got some incredible programs for financing. Solar only makes sense. If we go look at your bill, we talk about reducing your usage before we produce. And basically what that means is there's lots of things that consumes your kilowatt usage, from your AC unit to your lights, all the different things that do that. And we do a free energy advisor analysis to help figure out your usage. When we do that, and then we figure out your solar panels you need, your return on your investment is much greater. So based on that, we try to say if your payment's $150 and your new payment's X amount, we have to make sure it makes sense. Usually we're looking at, with the tax credits, a 7 to 10 year return on your investment, which is actually incredible. There are some areas where the power companies are giving money back as well, so sometimes that can be in 3 to 5 years you get your return. We are in the process of looking into mortgage companies to help come in and rewrite the whole thing. And I think that one of the biggest things that would be enticing is we've been in talks with the largest VA lender in the United States being part of this. And we are looking into future energy efficient mortgages as well that would actually tie into that. We have some programs right now that you can go up to 240 months, so when you do your whole system, your payment's about $40 a month, you get ready your electric bill, your cash flows to the good immediately. The government and us, the way we do this, we try to make it a no-brainer to help everything that we're doing. And the bottom line is that we have to realize there's a problem, and we're here to help each home one step at a time. And we are greenwisekc.com. You can go to our website, fill out some information. If you're just looking for more information, if you're not in our area, we're not there yet, we'd be more than happy to help you in any way we can.
And you mentioned about the electric company. My brother has solar collectors on his roof, and he told me that some of the energy these solar collectors produce go back into the system. How does that work?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question. And basically what he's referring to is that anytime a system is put into the grid, the power company has to approve it. There's engineering, there's a whole process. So it comes in and it actually has to feed back out. So there's going to be parts to where sometime they're buying it back. So let's say they sell it to you for 10 cents, they'll buy it for 6 cents. So if you're working all day long and that's when the solar's producing the most, they're going to buy it back. So at night when you need it, you'll buy it at 6 cents. So it just makes sense. In the future, you're going to have a lot of battery packs that'll actually store the power for you. Right now, we do offer it. Sometimes makes sense. Sometimes we recommend generators because we're all talking about return on your investment. And we're always striving to find the best products for your home. There is never 1, 2, 3 homes the same. That's why we offer our services. Most companies that you're going to contact are only going to talk to you about solar. We talked about that and we chose not to do that. We chose to do what's best, and that's what we do. So basically when he's saying if it's got to come in, it's got to go out, and that's the bottom line. Okay?
So it reduces the cost for the homeowner, right? It could.
It does, and each month every power company is different. Sometimes if you actually have extra, they'll write you a check at the end of the year. So it's basically so you're either producing or you're selling, one of the two.
Excellent. Now, you talked about opening up down the road here in other areas.
Yes.
I know Eric was talking about this too. So in those areas, you'd be hiring people that might possibly veterans?
Absolutely. We're still hiring today. We're always looking for people. A lot of people ask, do we hire people with experience? And I'd have to tell you no. Sometimes it's better to hire someone with no experience so they get to learn what we as a company believe in, what we're trying to do. Customer service is bar none the focus of this company. Without customers, we have nothing. So obviously when we can help a veteran and give back, that's definitely another added bonus. So right now we are looking for mainly representatives to go out and contact people. We do have most of the installers, but we're always growing and trying to expand. Right now we do have about a 3-hour radius that we do, so we have a pretty large market.
So we're talking about Missouri and Kansas? Is it
Yes.
overflow? Okay.
Absolutely.
So that would be like Kansas City, Olathe, what areas?
Yeah, there's so many cities. I would just
Okay.
tell you to go in the center of Kansas City and go about 180 miles for the solar.
180. Okay.
Yeah, for solar we can go a little farther. For some of our other services, on the energy side, we actually offer air conditioning units, insulation, foam, and radiant barrier. The reason we do that is because right there is the main contribution of where your kilowatts usage are there. And when we can get into some of the higher series of energy efficiency products, you're dropping your bill drastically, sometimes up to 30% just off an AC unit. Most people don't realize this, but an AC unit actually has a limited life. The older it gets, the less inefficient it can get. And with great financing programs, sometimes it makes more sense to buy a new one every 8 to 12 years, depending on your unit. Now, the newer units do last longer. They're one of the reasons we do the barriers, because when you can control how often that air conditioner is running, you can actually extend the life 3 to 5 years. So when we decided to do it, we looked at that, and I would tell you, it probably would make more sense as a company just to sell solar, but it wouldn't make sense for you as the customer.
The radiant barrier goes in the attic, right?
It does, and there's some companies that will install it on the attic floor. We don't believe in that. It needs to be on the rafter. With the rafter, we actually have to ventilate it. It would melt the roof. It blocks it 97%. We have a 25-year guarantee on the barrier. We're the only supplier that actually does that. And if we lay it on the floor, what happens is yes, it can block the heat, but dust and all this other stuff can collect on it. And it's just not designed that way. So we prefer to follow all protocol in everything that we do.
Great. Anything else you'd like to add, Eric?
Well, no, Jim knows everything about his business, so it's not much, I can add to it. But definitely, we're very excited. I think, it's what Jim said, our focus on customer service, and I think we can really help a lot of people, and hopefully we can, grow a lot more, and then we can, maybe help some of the veterans,
Exactly.
hire them to
Exactly.
work for us as well.
There's one thing that we've been working on. This would be mainly for homes, but it would the businesses would be the main focus of this. But we are looking into LED lighting, and which is a huge impact on your bill. And a lot of people don't understand that. Well, LED is a lifetime. It's a one-time purchase. It doesn't put off any heat, so basically your air conditioner is going to not run as hard. And if you look at your return on your investment, and if it's a building and they have lots of them, it really does help the emissions. So we've been talking about partnering with a company to take that, and they're going all through the United States as well. So we're always looking to find something that actually helps you. And if it helps you, it's going to help the environment, and that's what we do as a business.
Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, would you like to, I always do this on my program, would you like to give a shout out to the troops serving today around the world?
Yes, thank you very much for all that you do. Without you, we wouldn't have a nation to celebrate the 4th of July we did yesterday. So thank you very much, and God bless everyone. We believe in serving Jesus Christ here as well, our Lord and Savior. And thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Very much. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Once again, folks, you've been hearing this on TalkingWithHeroes.com. As with all our videos, all our audio programs, if you like what you heard, please share it. And if you see something here that you've heard that can benefit you, contact them, greenwisekc.com.
.com.
Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless America.